Inception.
Welcome back to the Garrett and Eric podcast.
Yes.
And we're debating whether or not it was indeed a dream at the end of Inception. I believe it was a dream. Eric believes that it was not a dream.
Indeed.
Who's going to go first? I guess you, since you're on the left.
All right, so he was awake. Yeah.
But why? Why was he awake? Like, where's your evidence?
Okay, so first piece of evidence, it's an important part of evidence. You have to go to the scene where it all started. He spins the top at the very end of the movie, and what does the top do, Garrett?
It spins.
Oh, it starts wobbling. It starts wobbling. Clearly, the top starts wobbling. I rest my case.
That's it? That's
what is your rebuttal?
My rebuttal is, well, I thought there was going to be a more sophisticated argument here, but I suppose not.
That's the first layer, dog. You gotta
allow me to share my screen so that I can release this incriminating evidence. Look at these kids, yo. First of all, look at these kids. You see these kids? You see what they're wearing?
Yes.
This is them in the first scene that we see them in that flashback, right? This is it. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
These are the kids.
Yes.
As you can see. These are the kids at the end of the scene. It's a little bit darkly lit, but we can see right here.
They're wearing the same clothes, is that what you're trying to say?
And right here, they're wearing the same exact clothes, and they don't look to have aged hardly at all.
Well, first of all, an interesting point. But little time has passed since his wife killed herself.
Actually, years have passed. We're going to have to cut this up a lot.
Cut it. Yeah. Bro, Cap. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, but you're wrong. Your IMDb is sleep.
Anyway, point is, they hardly look like they've aged. Or maybe they did age a bit. Okay?
Oh, they aged. Look at that clear aging. You're done. You've ended yourself. I don't want to hear anything. GG, I win.
But they're literally wearing the same exact thing, dog.
Dog, look at the age difference. My guy Skylar has longer hair. The girl is like longer hair. I rest my case.
Come on. Real world ending. Okay, first of all, it was not a real world.
Also, notice how in the dreams, they're like by the water or whatever the freak they're at. Exactly.
Okay. Maybe I shot myself in the foot a little.
You must be feeling real silly right about now.
Like, look.
Why they're not even wearing the same thing. Oh,
yes, they are.
No. Back. Look at the dream scene. She doesn't have the white undershirt. GG. See, that's a pink dress. It's a red dress. You're done.
Why would they keep buying the same clothes for their kids?
Because our favorite color is pink, dog. Like, come on, son. It's easy.
Why would they keep buying the same clothes for their kids, even as they grow up? They're clearly different sizes here.
Garrett, I can't explain to you why you're wrong, but that's all that matters is that you are, okay?
I'm not wrong, dog.
But I thought you were gonna, come at me with something, but like this? Oh man.
Where's your argument, dog? The wedding ring totem. That Cobb wears a wedding ring in dreams, and he doesn't have a wedding ring on when he's in reality. He always has a ring on in a dream, but he won't have a ring on in reality. See, look, no ring. Look at the dreams. We got ring. But at the end of the movie, we see no ring on his finger. However, a totem must exist both in reality and in the dream state for it to work properly, because it will work differently in reality than it will in a dream state. So what we're dealing with here is not an actual totem. We're dealing with a hallucination in the dream state of a ring on his finger because he thinks he's still married to her. So therefore, at the end of the movie, when he kills her off and is like, I'm no longer married to you, that delusion goes away. Therefore, just because there is no ring on in the ending does not necessarily mean that it is reality. He could still be in the dream state, just not disillusioned to believe that he's married to that woman anymore.
You presented a very good point that disproves itself, and then it says, but hey, maybe. Like, so, like, that is good, but like it doesn't stand on its own because he doesn't have the ring on. So
he
then
doesn't have the ring on, but you have to wonder why he doesn't have the ring on.
Because he's awake. Because he's not in a dream. Because he's awake.
The ring was never a thing in reality, right? This particular quote unquote totem was never a thing in reality, but totems must exist in reality. Therefore, it is not, in fact, a totem. It is a delusion by the person creating the dream, in this case, Cobb.
His totem is the top.
His wife's totem was the top.
But he uses it as his own. But there's so many scenes of him going like,
yeah,
falls over, and he's like, whoops. He like picks up
as the totem. Yes. But it wasn't his totem to begin with.
But that doesn't, I mean, it still works as his own, though. He still used it.
Yeah, but we're never given his totem, and people theorize that it's the ring, which is what I thought you were going to bring up, but I just discredited that.
Yeah, but it is. No, see, like, that's the thing. I don't even need to bring that up because I already know the truth is that he's awake.
He's not.
And
he's not.
It's what's crazy is how apparent it is that he's awake. You know, the movie just tells you, it screams it at you. It's like he woke. And then, you know, you forget to consider also, on top of the fact that the top wobbled, is like to say that it was all a dream when it's such an elaborate dream, right? And so like the way they show dreams in this movie and the way they like explore dreams, there's always the architect and there's like all these things happening, but it's like I think the dream is it's too elaborate to be a dream. Like he encounters all these people, including this girl he's never even met. And he goes on this quest. If it's a dream, that means it's a dream of a dream of a dream of a dream of a dream that's in a dream.
I'm not saying the whole thing is a dream. Not the whole movie. I'm saying the ending is.
But why? Like, how does that correlate? So at what point is he not dreaming?
Is he not dreaming?
Like, at what point is he awake?
The times before he kills Margot, before that moment in limbo, where he kills off that idea of her, when we don't see him with the ring. So two things have to be present for it to be confirmed as reality. He can't have a ring on, and Margot has to be alive in his subconscious.
Why?
Because if Margot's dead, then the ring totem it's not even a totem. It's just an illusion that he puts on himself when he's in that dream state because Margot lives in his mind.
Yeah, but if she's dead, if he's like let her go and moved on, which he did in the movie, that would mean she's no longer around.
Exactly. So therefore, he would no longer have the ring on.
Which he didn't.
Dream or out of dream. But she didn't. Exactly. But when he doesn't have the ring on, while Margot's living in his head, that's reality. The scenes where that's the case, that's reality.
Why?
I just explained why.
But no, you did it. Like you just said, like you set up these conditions, but the conditions are more complex than the simplest explanation, which is that he's awake.
The movie is complex.
The whole razor.
It's going dreams on top of dreams on top of dreams on top of dreams. That's a complex kind of thing. We have to follow all these layers and who's in charge of what. I mean, it's not that far-fetched for it to have a complex ending.
Occam's razor, also called the law of economy or the law of parsimony, states plurality should not be posited without necessity. The principle gives precedence to simplicity of two competing theories. The simpler explanation of an entity is to be preferred. The principle is also expressed as entities are not to be multiplied beyond necessity. What that means is there are two theories here, one of which is very simple. Very simple, Garrett. He woke up and he went and he saw his kids. And then on the other side of Occam's razor of logic stands you and all your goodies who come up with all these complex theories. Well, no, you see, it's the ring. And if you look at scene 37, minute 12, section 1, you'll see that he's clearly awake and clearly asleep.
You're confusing me having a constructed argument for it being complex.
No.
If you had a well-constructed argument, I could use the same thing. My argument is just better constructed than yours, and you're just trying to say, oh, if it's better constructed and I haven't said a single thing in favor of he's awake, then it must be wrong because all I've said is he's awake. When I could just disregard my entire argument and say, nah, he went back to sleep. That's just as simple as saying he's awake.
Yes, but the thing is, that's not what you said, and you can't say that. But that's not what you said because you don't have the clout. You don't have the clout of the truth behind you. I have the clout. I have the clout that comes with being right, and you have to find the right. It's kind of like when you do something messed up, and your parents are like, "Why'd you do it?" And you're like, "I didn't." And they're like, if you're like, "Well, you see, Mom, it all started 2 weeks ago when I woke up with my left foot still in its sock." That's what you're doing. You're like, "Oh, Mom, you don't understand. If I do some research, you'll understand that my behavior is actually easily explained by all of these things."
We're talking about behavior. We're talking about the end of a movie.
Exactly, Garrett. That's why it's nice and simple, He woke up, he went to see his little kitties, and he gave them a big hug. The end.
Or he had a dream where his mind, what he wanted to be fulfilled, was fulfilled.
That's mighty complicated, Garrett. It's mighty complicated.
It's not mighty complicated. I just made it simple for you.
You're getting into the weeds of it. You're getting into
razor mind. I just made it simple for you. Garrett, where he fulfilled the main thing that he wanted to do the entire movie, which was see his kids again. Yeah.
Entities are not to be multiplied beyond simplicity, dog.
Dude, I think you're confusing my argument for something that it's not.
Garrett. I wish that's what was happening.
One is not simpler than the other. One of these two explanations is not simpler than the other.
Yes, it is.
Have to be explained.
Like my argument.
The top stood still and kept on spinning, or the top went like this.
But what did the top? It was gonna fall. It started wobbling.
It wobbles when it's spun in other scenes and it keeps spinning. It's just wobble.
Yes, but the wobble leads to the fall.
You're talking about frame by frame kind of junk, dog. I'm talking about actual evidence that was set out and rules that were set through the movie.
No, these are nowhere in the movie do they say, you see, when I'm asleep, I have this ring on.
They don't have to say it. You just see it as a viewer.
Do you, Garrett? Do you really?
Do they have to say in every movie for you to understand this is Iron Man? Okay, we're introducing him into this scene. He's going to be fighting Thanos. And pages upon pages of explanation of the complexity of 10 years of movie making. Do they have to explain that to you when you see Iron Man on screen?
They don't have to explain it to me because I look for the simplest, most logical explanation, and I go with it. Like the explanation that maybe in the movie he's awake, because it's clean, nice and easy, nice and clean, nice and simple,
Why is that simpler? I think you just don't know how to back up your argument. You're just saying it's simpler because you don't have points. You don't have bullet points. I've laid out an argument, destroy it point by point for me.
Well, that's the thing, Garrett. What you've done is you've got these multiplicative variables that you just don't need.
Multiply. You don't even
You
know.
you got all these
Literally
things.
put a
You
flick
got all
of
these things. You got all these points, all these little bullets. I got one bullet, dog. Top went woo woo. GG. GG. Like, it's hard.
I just think the movie's smarter than that.
That's what you would want to think. But the thing is, Garrett, Occam's razor, it explicitly, it demands of the rational mind to seek the simpler option. Yeah, it's hard. I know it's hard, being wrong. That's okay, dog. Like, that's okay.
How did we get here?
That is, well, it all started when I was right. And, like, everything else progressed naturally from there.
You're not right. I mean, not that you're not right, as in my argument is correct. You're not right in the fact that you haven't backed it up with anything, but it's simple, therefore it's good. You got to get some real conversation here, not just it's simple, therefore it's right.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. You're not wrong. I just don't want to complicate the matter,
I'm going to cut out that part where you said you're not wrong, and then that's going to be the end of it. You're not wrong.
but yeah, I just think at the end of the day, top wobble, and that was enough for me. Like, they sowed the seeds of he's asleep. He's awake. Yeah, he's awake.
Oh, he's asleep?
No.
Oh, thank you for doing
See, in this long, complicated argument that you're forcing me to have, this is why Occam's razor thing, Garrett.
I feel like you came unprepared. You Googled something, and now you're just trying to back it up with nonsense by saying Occam's razor, Occam's razor, Occam's razor.
It's Occam's razor.
Whatever the heck it is. Occam's razor.
Yeah.
Occam's.
Yeah, Garrett, it's
the place where Batman does his stuff. Never mind.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I just think it's important for you to consider, to really dive deep into the fact that, like, you're wrong. It's just like it's okay. Like, nobody likes being wrong,
Yeah, especially not you, because you haven't backed up your points at all, and now you're trying to throw it on me like I'm wrong.
I backed up the top wobbled. We all saw it. Everyone in the theaters was like, that top's wobbling. That wobble. That was an aggressive wobble at the end.
That was not that aggressive, dog. I'll concede that was semi-aggressive wobbling.
Aha, yes, you will. And then I present my next research. This is most important to you, Garrett. The world record for the longest topspin is 27 hours.
Oh, come on.
9 minutes and 24 seconds. So, if someone can spin 27 hours, 9 minutes, and 7 seconds.
27 hours? There's no way someone spun a top for 27 hours. And there's no way that person was Cobb from Inception.
No, exactly, it wasn't, because that top spun for a mere 40 seconds. Something slight. Barely anything. Not even noticeable. Not even a blip on the top spin time scale. So,
top champion world spinners, I don't know.
Yeah, no, exponential increase. 27 hours. That's easy. I mean, that makes sense. But 40 seconds. I mean, you have to give it time to wobble. And at the end, it wasn't a little It went like it was about to fall over. I'm sorry, Garrett. Like, I hate to GG you like this.
You just pulled up the world record.
Yeah, listen, Garrett. I'm sorry. It's just, you had a good point there about the top. I was like, that's a long time to spin. I looked it up. I was like, no, it's not. Not at all. Okay.
For world record setters, I don't think Cobb was sitting there just like, all right, here's this spin that's going to start my top spinning career.
But every time he came out of the dream, he would spin essentially dive. He'd spin the top. He got pretty good. 40 seconds good? I'd say so. I'd say so.
He would want it to spin for a shorter amount of time.
No, his technique is clean. I said he was like,
He would want it to spin for a shorter amount of time so that he can tell if he's dreaming in 20 seconds or 10 seconds, not 40 seconds. Why would he wait 40
because he was
seconds?
distracted. He wanted to see his kids, and his spin was so crisp, and he was, I don't even have time to watch that right now. And he walked away. That's all it was, Garrett.
I think we're talking semantics here.
Cookie.
GG.